Hi there, I'm Tom Monroe of Monroe Home Inspections. I've come back to an inspection that I did a few months ago where I suggested my client get an oil tank scan to make sure there was not an oil tank buried on the property. I did the actual scan because I'm the only inspector in the GVRD area that scans for oil tanks, and I actually located one. I've come back to show you what it looks like now that the tank's up and out of the ground and show you why it's so important to get that scan before you purchase that home. Let me show you. So when I originally inspected this home, I determined that the age of construction was in the 1950s. In the 1950s, what they would do to heat these homes is they would bury a metal tank in the ground, fill it full of heating oil, and use it in an oil-burning furnace. The problem is those metal tanks rusted, and if you can see sunlight through the backside of this tank. Those holes have allowed the oil to leak. Where this tank was located was in this hole. Now, the smell of hydrocarbons coming out of this hole right now means that this needs further remediation work to make sure that all the contaminated soils can be gotten rid of. Where are the contaminated soils? Well, they're in all the surrounding earth around this tank. How much will it cost? That's an undetermined amount of money. So when my clients buy properties that potentially could have oil tanks in them, I instruct them to let them know that it's an unlimited amount of money that they may be paying. And when making a real estate purchase, that might not be a wise decision. So if you're buying an older home, it is imperative to get an oil tank scan to make sure there is not a buried oil tank on the property. The cleanup costs for these are in the tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes reaching upwards of $100,000 depending on the distance that contamination is gone. If you know anyone buying a home, think Monroe Home Inspections. With MHI, it's certified.